أعوذ بالله السميع العليم البصير من الشيطان الرجيم من همسه ونفخه ونفثه بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا وحبيبنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي بجاه سنقرئك فلا تنسى إلا ما شاء الله إنه يعلم الجهر وما يخفى يا معلم آدم علمنا ويا مفهم سليمان فهمنا يا معلم آدم علمنا ويا مفهم سليمان فهمنا يا معلم آدم علمنا ويا مفهم سليمان فهمنا بكرامة وعلمك ما لم تكن تعلم وكان فضل الله عليك عظيما اللهم إنا نسألك أن تفتح علينا فتوح العارفين بحكمتك وتنشر علينا وصايتك العظمى ونعمتك الكبرى ورحمتك الواسعة وتعلمنا ما جهلنا وتفهمنا ما درسنا ودرسنا وتذكرنا ما نسينا أو نسينا وتنفعنا بما علمتنا وتبارك لنا في علمنا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين لكرامة من أرسلته رحمة للعالمين محمد بن عبد الله وآله وصحبه أجمعين آمين وبعد المستمعين الكرام الأفاضل الأعزاء السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته حيثما كنتم ووقفتم Ameen. Alhamdulillah, we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We glorify Him, we adore Him, we thank Him for all His benevolences and everything upon us. We do seek His mercies and blessings in abundance, be showered upon our noble Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, his companions, also his followers, and until the day of judgment. Ameen. We welcome ourselves again to this Friday. Today is Friday 22 of Safar, 22nd of Safar, which is equivalent to the 9th of the 8th of September 2023. And it is with the fadlu of Allah that inshallah we're going to have 5 Fridays in this month, and to next week Friday is also going to fall into Safar. However, it's going to be the 29th of Safar. Inshallah, whatever the case is, today is 22nd of Safar here, and it is equivalent to the 8th of September 2023. Today, inshallah, we're going to be treating 2 important issues. Number one is doing deeds and not relying on the proceeds of that deed. Point number two that we're going to be dealing with is the sources of inspiration, and that is spiritual dimension that is given to human beings, and the reasons why those spiritual inclinations are endowed unto man, the reason why those inspirations are given to man. So we're going to be treating those 2 points, inshallah. So this will take us to about 4 or 5 aphorisms. We are treating aphorism number 51 for the reliance on lack of reliance on our deeds, and aphorisms 52, 53, 54 will be concentrated on the source of inspiration and the reasons why they were given. Okay, so with this, we're going to share as usual, inshallah. Then we're going to read from the book and check for words that demand attention. Then we give literal translations conceptual meanings and messages in the aphorisms, and also we'll end and conclude with the interpretations of Sheikh Abdul Majid Ash-Sharnobi, rahimahullahu rahmatan wasi'atan, amin, wa amthalihi. So without any further delay or ado, so I read aphorism number 51, and 52, 53, and 54 as presented, inshallah. لا عمل أرجى للقبول من عمل يغيب عنك شهوده ويحتقر عندك وجوده. Once again, aphorism number 51. It reads, لا عمل أرجى للقبول من عمل يغيب عنك شهوده ويحتقر عندك وجوده. Aphorism number 52. It reads, إنما أورد عليك الوارد لتكون به عليه واردا. Again, aphorism number 52. It reads, إنما أورد عليك الوارد لتكون به عليه واردا. Aphorism number 53. أورد عليك الوارد ليستلمك من يد الأغيار ويهررك من رق الآثار. Again, أورد عليك الوارد ليستلمك من يد الأغيار ويهررك من رق الآثار. Aphorism number 54. أورد عليك الوارد ليخرجك من سجن وجودك إلى فضاء شهودك. Once again, aphorism number 54. أورد عليك الوارد ليخرجك من سجن وجودك إلى فضاء شهودك. ما شاء الله تبارك وتعالى. Now we go to some words to see whether we have words that demands attention. Araja, it means afdalu, akrabu, in expectation. Araja from arraja'u, expectation. Akrabu lil qabul, yani afdalu lil qabul, most expected for acceptance. Arja, most weightiest, okay, most reliable, okay, and shuhuduhu yani kaunuhu yani zuhuruhu, its formation, its representation. Yuhtaqaru yani shay'un laysa lahu ma'na, shay'un lahu wujudun lakin wujuduhu ghayru muta'athar, something that has no value, something that is there but its existence is not felt. Okay, here it's like yuhtaqaru, that is, it is trivialized, something that is trivialized. Okay, so wujuduhu is the opposite of shuhuduhu. Okay, shuhuduhu, almost the same thing as wujuduhu. Okay, wujuduhu, shuhuduhu, its representation, its status. Now we go to aphorism number 52. Awrada alayka al-warida. Now in between awrada and alayka, there is the fa'il here. إنما أورد الله عليك. أورد يعني أعطاك, He gifted you. He inspired you. Allah inspired you. Now, al-warida yani al-ilham. Al-ilham al-ilahiyya. Ilham al-rabani. Spiritual inspiration that teaches you what to do and what not to do. Okay? Waridan, this is hal. This is hal. لِتَكُونَ بِهِ عَلَيْهِ وَارِدًا. That it becomes hal, and it also becomes ismu kana. Okay, ismu kana. So that you will be guided, you will be inspired by it. Okay. Another one here, al-aghyar. Al-aghyar. Okay, al-aghyar liyastalimaka. Liyastalimaka yani al-istilam. To save you, to deliver you. Al-aghyar, it is the plural form of al-ghayra. Al-ghayra, okay, al-aghyar. Al-aghyar, yani amti'atu dunya, yani al-ashya, al-mawjudat, the natural things, the physical things, the material things. وَيُحَرِّرُكَ, that is taken from al-hurriya, to free you, to save you. Okay, yastalimaka, it also means liyuharriraka. Liyuharriraka, that is to save you, to free you. Yeah, Rikki, that is the servitude, the bondage, okay, the prison, okay, Rikka, okay, taken from Raqiq, something that is imprisoned, something that is controlled. Al-athar, the plural form of, okay, it means the traces, the commonalities of things. Okay, so this it is al-athar is also almost the same meaning as al-aghyar. Okay, material substances, material things. Now, in aphorism number 4, we also have liyukhrijaka. Liyukhrijaka is almost the same meaning as liyastalimaka and liyuharriraka. Okay, yuharriraka, yastalimaka, liyukhrijaka, to bring you forth, to bring you out. Okay, to bring you out, to relieve you. Means sijni wujudika. Sijni means prison, something like rikki. Okay, sijna, rikki. So the prison, the slavehood, okay, the enslavement. Wujudika, that is your existence, yourself. Okay, ila fadoi shuhudika. Shuhudika here, wujudika is your physical self, and shuhudika is your spiritual self. Okay, so those are some of the words that demand attention. Inshallah, now we go for the literal translation. Now, first of all, the literal translation of aphorism number 51. Okay, it goes as thus. It says, no action is more likely to be accepted than that which you become absent from, and whose presence you deem insignificant. Okay, again, we go to the Arabic. It says, لا عمل أرجى لقبول من عمل يغيب عنك شهوده. There is no deed that is most expected for its acceptance than that deed that is done without being felt, without knowing, okay, out of mind. وَيُحْتَقَرُ إِنْدَكَ وُجُودُهُ, and its presence is trivialized and not, it is insignificant. is not taken as important. Okay, so from here, we have how do you do a work, a deed, okay, that you don't rely on it and you don't feel that you do the work. So that is going to be through spiritual inspiration, guidance from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that is what takes us to the literal translation of Aphorisms number 52, 53, and 54. It says, he only makes spiritual experiences come over you so that with them you may come to him. إنما أورد عليك الوارد لتكون به عليه واردا. He makes spiritual experiences come over you so that with them you may come to him. That is, he has gifted to you spiritual experiences, that is inspiration, so that you will use those inspiration and experiences to get closer to him. 53. He makes spiritual experiences come to you so that he may save you from the hand of others and free you from slavery to created things. To another purpose for giving and endowing you with inspiration is to save you from the servitude of other creatures, so that you will not be emboldened, so that you will not be enslaved to serving creatures rather than creator. Another reason for endowment of inspiration is he sends you spiritual experiences to take you out of the prison of your existence into the expansiveness of beholding Allah. That is to say, you were gifted with inspiration so that you do not take cognizance of your own physical self in order for you to be emboldened into the spiritual realm that will lead you to the presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So those are the literal translations. And we have another literal translation here that is rendered here. It says, لا عمل أرجى للقلوب من عمل يغيب عنك شهوده ويفتقر عندك وجوده. No deed, no work is more fruitful for the heart than the one you have done and you are not aware of it, and which is deemed paltry, that is insignificant to you. 52. إنما أورد عليك الوارد لتكون به عليه واردا. He only made an inspiration, spiritual experiences, come upon you so that you will go to him. That is, so that you will use the spiritual inspiration to get to him. He made an inspiration come upon you so as to get you out of the grip of authorities and free you from the bondage of created things. 54. He made an inspiration come upon you so as to take you out of the prison of your own existence into the unlimited space of your contemplation. That is, to bring you out of your physical self and all the vices that are attached to your physical self, to your to unlimited space, to the wide range of your spiritual contemplative self. So those are the literal translations of the word of the aphorisms. Now, we go to the conceptual messages and meanings there in the aphorisms. Number one, the first, the aphorism number 51. Okay, so the conceptual meaning of it is that we should be conscious of our deeds and not attaching importance to or any value to whatever we do. We should do it based on the requirement as human beings, fulfilling the concept of وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونِ. So I have not created mankind and jinn kind except for them to serve me. Now, how do they serve me? They serve me directly. They serve me through other creatures, fellow human beings. They serve me through other creatures that are non-human beings. They serve me through being good and themselves. So when we do things, we do it for the concept of Ikra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaqa, based on the al-amal bin niyat. So for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with that, if we do it with that intention of Allah requires, I'm required to do it for Allah, then I'm doing it for Allah. So we will not feel the burdens and the troubles, and with that, not feeling the troubles and the burdens will also make us to trivialize doing anything for ourselves at all. So that is the single spiritual message and conceptual message and meaning there in that aphorism number 51. Okay, so the most acceptable deeds that that we do that is acceptable unto Allah are the ones that we do out-mindedly, without even knowing, without even bothering. So something that we just do out of mind, okay, out of consciousness. Okay, so that is what, even if it is qaleel, even if it is little and small, it is most acceptable, most expected for acceptance unto Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is, when you do things for other fellow human beings, do not think that it is you that actually did it, and don't stand at the position that had I not done it, it would not have been done. Okay? Do not stay in that position. That had I not do it, had it not been for me who did it, it would not have been done. So we are not expected to maintain that kind of position. We do it and let go. So that is لا عمل من أعمال البر أكثر رجاء للقبول. So I'm going to read that conceptual meaning with the interpretation simultaneously. So Sheikh Abdul Majid Al-Sakandari says, لا عمل من أعمال البر أكثر رجاء للقبول. So there is none of the good deeds that is mostly expected for acceptance with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, so in another narration, it says, Nuskatun lil qulub. Okay, yani, La amala min amal al-bir akthar raja'an lil qulub, lil qabul. Okay, li qabuli Allah lil qulub, or li islah al qulub. Min amalin yajibu anka shuhuduhu. More than a deed that you have done out of mind. لأنك إن غبت عن شهود عملك, because when you are absent from sin, when you do not see the representation of your deed, فقد بقيت حينئذ بربك. To that time you have been. That means you are exactly with your Lord in doing. You have done that action and deed in expediting the requirement that is based on you as a human being, as a Khalifa of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَصَارَ وُجُودُ الْأَمَلِ مُحْتَقَرًا إِنْدَكَ. Then the representation of that work, of that deed, will be trivialized, will be so little, will be commonalized unto you. Because you do not hold yourself in a position that makes you see yourself as the one who has done the action or the work. Okay? So وَلِذَا قَالَ بَعْضُ الْعَارِفِينَ. So in this concept and this aspect, the Gnostics, the Arifuna Billah, so the Sufis, okay, so those who are endowed with the knowledge from Allah, so they say, كل شيء من أفعالك إذا اتصلت به رؤيتك فذلك دليل على أنه لا يقبل منك. Any form of deeds that you do and it is attached directly to your mind that you have done it, you keep on remembering that you have done it, فَذَلِكَ دَلِيلٌ عَلَى أَنَّهُ لَا يُقْبَلُ مِنْكَ. So that is an evidence showing that that deed has not been accepted from you. لأن المقبول مرفوع مغيب عنك, because if it is actually accepted, it will be ascended unto Allah. مغيب عنك, and it will be hidden from you forever. You will not think about it anymore. ومن قطعت عنه رؤيتك فذلك دليل على القبول. But if you do any deed, any form of deed, and your mind was absent from it, and you do not even remember doing it anymore, فذلك دليل على القبول. That is an evidence showing that it has been accepted from you. So this is in the light of the Quranic verse that says, إليه يصعد الكلم الطيب والعمل الصالح يرفعه. Unto Allah ascends good statements and speech, that is, good deeds, and righteous deeds, he raises them unto himself. He accepts them unto himself. So the message here is, when we do things, we let go. We don't stand by it. We don't keep it in mind as if it is done by ourselves. Okay? We shouldn't keep it in mind as if that if we have not done it, it will not be done. No, we have done it, we let it go, we forget about it, then we leave it unto Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, aphorism number 52, 53, and 54. We're going to read it also simultaneously with the interpretation of Sheikh Abdul Majid Asharnobi. Now, in these aphorisms, there are purpose, the source of inspiration. It shows the source of inspiration, which is only one. Now, what are the purposes of that inspiration, of being gifted spiritual experiences? So here, at least we have the mention of 4 purposes, okay, why inspirations are endowed unto man. Number 1 is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives the inspiration, spiritual experience. Number 1, لِتَكُونَ بِهِ عَلَيْهِ وَارِدًا, يعني عارفا, so that you will use that inspiration to understand and contemplate on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, what is the inspiration here? It is interpreted here as al-aqal, the intellect, the ration. So we are gifted the source. What is the source of ration? What is the source of ration? The intellect, the reason. So the source is from Allah. Awradallahu alayka al-warida al-aqla. Allah has gifted you the gift of al-aqal, of the inspiration, of the intellectual experiences. Okay. Number 1, for the purpose of bihi alayhi waridan, so that you will use it to understand him. And that is, of course, the basis upon which Al-Quran is revealed. All revelations, be it Injil, Taurat, Zabur, Suf, Ibrahim, wa Musa, and all of them, they are all revealed on the basis of intellectual experiences, spiritual experiences, and inspirational basis and foundation. Otherwise, they will not find any root into the heart of the human being. So the first point here is the source of inspiration is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the source of intellect, rationality, and everything, the reasoning, ration, everything is Allah. Now, the fourth purpose number one is لِتَكُونَ بِهِ عَلَيْهِ وَارِدًا, so that you will use it to understand him. تَكُونَ عَلَيْهِ بِهِ عَارِفًا, you will use it to study him. فَعَرِفُونِي قَبْلَ أَن تَعْبُدُونِي وَمَنْ لَمْ يَعْرِفْنِي فَكَيْفَ يَعْبُدُنِي. So that is in that concept, in Tawrat. The meaning of this is إِنَّمَا أَوْرَدَ اللَّهُ عَلَيْكَ أَيُّهَا الْمُرِيدُ الْوَارِدَ. So, O beloved seeker of the truth, Allah has gifted you, has ascended to you, has descended unto you the gift of inspiration, which is the intellect, al-aqal. وَهُوَ مَا يُرَدُّ عَلَى قَلْبِكَ مِنَ الْمَعَارِفِ الرَّبَّانِيَّةِ وَاللَّطَائِفِ الرَّحْمَانِيَّةِ. So al-warid here signifies and symbolizes the spiritual knowledge and the spiritual leniencies that Allah grants you through the gift of the intellect. So لِتَكُونَ بِهِ أَيْ بِذَلِكَ الْوَارِدْ الْمُطَهِّرُ لِقَلْبِكَ. So by that inspiration that cleanses your heart, you will use it to arifan alayhi subhanahu, to understand him, to study him. فَإِنَّ الْحَجْرَةَ مُنَزَّهَةٌ عَنْ كُلِّ قَلْبٍ مُتَكَبِّرٍ بِالْآثَارِ. So because the presence of Allah is covered away from confused hearts, from the hearts that are confused, that are polluted with material things. مُتَلَوِّفٍ بِأَقْذَارِ الْأَغْيَارِ. It is veiled from hearts that are polluted with the fruits of the materials. And that is why it says, so number two, that is number one reason, purpose. Purpose number two, أَوْرَدَ عَلَيْكَ الْوَارِدَ لِيَسْتَلِمَكَ مِنْ يَدِ الْأَغْيَارِ. Purpose number two, for the endowment of the intellect, inspiration, spiritual experience. Purpose number two is لِيَسْتَلِمَكَ مِنْ يَدِ الْأَغْيَارِ, to save you from the grip of the worldly matters, of the worldly affairs. That is number two. Number three, also يُحَرِّرَكَ مِنْ رِقِّ الْآثَارِ, to free you from the bondage of materialities, of the wants. فَالْأَغْيَارُ وَالْآثَارُ الَّتِي هِيَ أَعْرَضُ الدُّنْيَا وَشَهْوَاتُ النَّفْسِ غَاصِبَةٌ لَكَ. Because the materialities and the traces and the ornaments of the worldly things and the lust of the soul, the soulier lust, the heartier lust, the material lust, they are pulling, they are all pulling you, they are all enticed to you because of your inclination towards them, because of your word and attention given to them. So by this, in order to save you from all that grief, Allah has sent to you, has gifted to you al-warida, al-akala, the inspiration, the intellect, the spiritual experience, liyastalimaka qahran min yadi man gasobaka, to forcefully withdraw you, to forcefully take you away from the grip of that dunya. وَيُحَرِّرَكَ مِنْ مِلْكِيَّةِ مَنِ اسْتَرَقَكَ. So with that, Allah has forcefully given you the inspiration in order to free you from the ownership of the dunya that has kept you in bondage. فَتَكُونَ حِينَئِذٍ صَالِحًا لِعُبُودِيَّتِهِ. So by that, you will be prepared for the servitude of Allah, وَمُشَاهِدًا لِعَظَمَةِ رُبُوبِيَّتِهِ, and you will bear witness, you will proclaim and spread the greatness of His divinity. So that is number 3. Number one is لِتَكُونَ بِهِ عَلَيْهِ وَارِدًا, so that you identify Him. Number 2 is to be saved from the greed of the materialities. Number 3, to be freed from the bondage of the worldly affairs. Number 4, أَوْرَدَ عَلَيْكَ الْوَارِدَ لِيُخْرِجَكَ مِنْ سِجْنِ وُجُودِكَ إِلَى فَضَاءِ شُهُودِكَ. Number 4, He has gifted you the gift of inspiration, the gift of spiritual experiences, the gift of the ration, in order that He brings you forth, He brings you out from the prison of your own bondage, of your own spiritual, of your own physical self, in order to bring you out of your own ego, from your own pomposity, from your own show-off, ila fadha'i shuhudika, to the wide range of your spiritual self, to identify yourself, to be able to traverse this worldly experience towards the journey to the spiritual presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. فَإِنَّ وُجُودَكَ الشَّبِيهُ بِالسِّجْنِ. Your physical self is an euphemism for the prison. It is a symbol of prison. Okay, huwa shuhuduka linafsika. That is to say, when you are pompous of yourself, when you are too fond of yourself, that means you are putting yourself into prison. You are in prison. وَمُرَاءَاتُكَ لِحَزِّكَ. When you work only to better your physical self, you are being put in prison. وَشُهُودُكَ الشَّبِيهُ بِالْفَضَاهِ فِي السِّعَةِ. So your spiritual self that is likened to al-fada'u fi as-si'ah, is likened, your spiritual self is likened to, is similar to the space, okay, a wide space of spirit. هو أنت غيب عن ذلك بمشاهدتك عظمة ربك. So you can only experience that and gain that when you forget, when you let go your physical self and you concentrate on your spiritual self in order to witness and study the greatness of your Lord. وَلِذَا قَالَ بَعْضُهُمْ. So some of the Sufi masters, they say, سِجْنُكَ نَفْسُكَ إِذَا خَرَجْتَ مِنْهَا وَقَعْتَ فِي رَاحَةِ الْأَبَدِ. Your prison is yourself, is your soul, is your physical self. When you bring yourself out of that physical self, وَقَعْتَ فِي رَاحَةِ الْأَبَدِ, you will find yourself in a very wide range of everlasting space. So the purpose here, the concept here is to know, number one, that all our guidance come from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whatever we know or we have in knowledge comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The intellect comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is not a product of any human experience or any human doings or human ability. It is from Allah. And that is what is symbolized as in the ayah of the Quran, يُؤْتِي الْحِكْمَةَ مَنْ يَشَاءُ وَمَنْ يُؤْتَ الْحِكْمَةَ فَقَدْ أُوتِيَ خَيْرًا كَثِيرًا وَمَا يَذَّكَّرُ إِلَّا أُولُو الْأَلْبَابِ. Allah gives this al-warida, al-hikmata, al-aqla to whomever He wishes. وَمَنْ يُؤْتَ الْحِكْمَةَ, and whoever is blessed and gifted with that spiritual experiences, inspiration, intellectual gifts, قَدْ أُوتِيَ خَيْرًا كَثِيرًا. Such a person has been gifted a lot of bounties. وَمَا يَذَّكَّرُ إِلَّا أُولُو الْأَلْبَابِ. And the only ones who understands it as a gift, who cherish it as a gift, are those who are blessed with consummate mind, consummate intellect, those who understand the secret of things, the spiritual knowledge. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us with the spiritual knowledge, spiritual endowment, inspiration, and intellect, blessed intellect. إنه على ذلك قدير وبالإجابة جدير نعم المولى ونعم الناصر. This is where we are going to be stopping today, inshallah. We're going to meet again with yet another aphorism in the next Friday, 29th of Safar, 1445, inshallah. I put myself and all of you under the protection and guide of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in whose protection and guidance nothing is lost and made. أستودعكم ونفسي في رعاية الله الذي لا يضيع ودائعه والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.